Welcome to Monday Momentum on Communicate to Lead. I'm Kele Belton. And if you're a woman in leadership ready to step into your full potential, you are in the right place. This March for Women's History Month, we're celebrating 5 women who have completely changed how we lead. Today, we're looking at Mellody Hobson, Starbucks board chair and Ariel Investments co-CEO. In just a few minutes, she has one relationship approach that can transform how you handle those tough conversations where everything feels stuck. Mellody Hobson walks into some of the most powerful boardrooms in the world, Starbucks, DreamWorks, some of the biggest names in business. And what makes her so effective in those rooms isn't that she avoids the hard conversations or topics. It's that she's the first one to name them. But she does it in a way that actually pulls people together instead of pushing them apart. I hear this from women leaders all the time. Kele, I can feel the tension in my team. I know there's an elephant in the room, but if I say something, I'm afraid I'll make everyone defensive. And Mellody's approach would be, actually, the longer you leave that elephant unnamed, the bigger it gets. Her genius was always naming what everyone already knew, then immediately turning it into a partnership. What I love about Mellody is how natural her approach feels once you see it. She never pretended tough dynamics didn't exist. She also never made it about blame or finger pointing. Her pattern was always some version of noticing what was happening, then inviting everyone to solve it together. So let's bring this right into your world. Think about that co-worker relationship where you keep having the same frustrating conversation, or that stakeholder who seems hesitant about your project every single time, or even that one-on-one with your boss where you walk out feeling like you didn't quite say what you really needed to say. Those are exactly the situations where Mellody's approach shines. You don't have to be the hero or fix everything yourself. You simply have to be brave enough to name what's really happening. Then position yourself as the partner who wants to move things forward. Here's the phrase I want you to borrow from Mellody this week. Next time you walk into a conversation where you feel that undercurrent of resistance or hesitation, lead with something like, I noticed some pushback on the timeline. What would make this feel doable for you? See how that works? First, you're naming what everyone's already feeling, which actually takes the temperature down because now it's out in the open. Second, you're positioning yourself as a curious partner, not the person trying to force a specific solution. Third, you're inviting their perspective without demanding it. I've watched this transform relationships with my client. One senior manager told me she used this with a skeptical director who kept blocking her project. By the end of the conversation, not only did they land on a solution, but he became one of her strongest advocates on the leadership team. So your experiment this week is straightforward. Pick one relationship this week where you feel that unspoken tension. It could be a team member, a peer, anyone. Don't try to solve the whole problem. Simply name what you notice, then invite their partnership. Pay attention to how the energy shifts when someone finally feels seen and heard. If Mellody's approach to tough conversations resonates with you, you are in great company. Thousands of women leaders tune into this top 10 podcast every single month, practicing the same relationship move. So hit subscribe, hit the follow button. We are continuing Women's History Month next week with Indra Nooyi on turning complex ideas into simple pictures everyone can see. And if you are ready for deeper support with your leadership shifts, click the link and register for the Ignite Your Leadership Power Accelerator waitlist. You can find the link in the show notes. Mellody Hobson shows us that the strongest relationships aren't built by avoiding tension. They are built by naming it with curiosity and partnership. So try it this week. That's your Monday Momentum. I'll see you next Thursday for the full episode. Until then, trust your voice and lead with confidence.